Xin chào everybody, welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve, and I've got a good one for you today. Just walking around the neighbourhood here and carrying my laptop, got a bag of goodies strapped to my chest, and it's morning time. I think it's about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. I've just been down for a coffee and checked a few emails and walking home, but it's going to be hot as hell here today, that's for sure. Now, I guess one of the things I wanted to talk to you today about was do we overcomplicate things? And it's a little bit about, do we have a bigger house than we actually need? Or do we have a newer car than we actually need? Or do we save more money than we actually need? Or even do we demand more safety than we actually need? And so I'm just going to run through my thoughts on a couple of these, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts as well. But let's get into it. So it's a beautiful day here today, and I thought I'd get this one done as I'm walking home. I've strapped the bag up a bit higher than normal, so I look like I'm trussed up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Just walking through some water here. But I've been wondering, I was reading an article about how much safer air travel is than car travel. And I sort of thought about the opposite of that. Why do we demand more safety for air travel than we actually demand for car travel? If we're happy with a lower level of safety for car travel, why don't we lower our standards for air travel? Why do we demand that air travel is more safer than car travel? It should be the other way around, because most of us are going in cars. We'd like cars to be safer than air travel. So these kind of things fill my head. You could say do my head in. But, I'm interested in your comments on that one. Have we over-invested in safety for air travel? And maybe if we lowered our standards a little bit, air travel would be half the price. Yeah, we'd have a few more accidents, but it would be the equivalent safety of car travel. So when you apply that sort of logic to things, you sort of think about the housing situation. So here in Vietnam, it gets me thinking, because they generally don't own the land. And of course, where I come from, the land's probably half the cost of your house. So if you've got $1 million house, it's cost you $500,000 for the land and $500,000 for the house. If you change your mindset and say, well, I don't really need land to own, because land provides no utility to me other than a place to stick a house. And do I really need to build a house, or do I really just need somewhere to live? And so if you look at life in the context of, well, you don't actually need land, you don't actually need a house, what you do need is somewhere to live, the equation becomes a lot simpler. Somewhere to live, Vietnam here, costs you $20 a day. To buy a house on a piece of land is going to be something much more expensive. I'm going to change arms here, because the left arm is about to drop off, and that's going to be tricky because I've got a laptop in the right arm, so I'm going to have to stop and be careful. And I'll come back to you with the last two in this jolly old vart today for you. So I've pulled up in the shade here. I'm sitting on one of these little chairs behind me, and I just thought I'd continue on the thoughts about overcomplicating your life. The other one, we've covered air travel, we've covered houses, is cars. Do you need a motor vehicle that's cost you $50,000 to $100,000, or do you just need to get from A to B? And I mean, the reverse of that comes into play here in Vietnam. Do I need a scooter? Do I need a push bike or an electric bike? And the end point of all of that is, amongst other things, is I don't need any of that. I just need to get from A to B. And there's taxis going past me every day. So I could just say, hey, take me from A and drop me at B. So, owning a car or needing a car is probably something that we need to reconsider in our lives. This is coming from a guy that owns 2 cars. But what I really need to do is to get from A to B, and there's plenty of people that can do that for me at much lower cost, particularly here in Southeast Asia. So are you overcomplicating your life? Let me know some of the things that you think you've overcomplicated and could probably simplify as you move to the fourth quarter. Thanks to all of you that have subscribed. The subscriptions have gone through the roof. I'm absolutely happy with that. And of course, if you can share the VART with one of your friends, if you've got a friend. I notice there's not too much sharing going on, so I know that a lot of my subscribers and viewers are loners like me. Don't have a friend, but if you had a friend that would be interested, share it with your friend, and we'll get those subscriptions moving. I think we're at about, we used to be at 60% hadn't subscribed, and now I'm at about 60% have subscribed. So it's been a great thing to see, and thank you for the response. Like the video if it's something you like. If you don't like it, smash that like button 3 times, and onwards and upwards. The final thing is, in the context of overcomplicating our lives, do we actually invest too much? Are we going to die with $1 million in the bank? And what's the point of that? So that says to me that there's been some wasted effort in your life, or in my life, and maybe I've worked 5 years too long, or I've saved too hard, or I haven't enjoyed life as much as I should have. So useful to think about these things is, are we overcomplicating our lives? It's always a mystery to me, being a guy that thinks about a lot of these things. It's always a mystery to me. I'm going to put my glasses on because I've got to put them somewhere. I want to get up and walk around a bit for you. And be good to see you anyway. See how you're looking today. Oh, goodness me, there's some of you sitting there in your pajamas. There's some naked people. So, I guess my insights would be don't overcomplicate your life. Think about what you're doing, and is it adding more complication than you actually need? And is there something that you could do that would make it just as fulfilling life, but you haven't actually had to complicate it? I'm in a little playground here between a sort of a childcare centre behind me there and a house on the left here, my left. Yeah, my left. And it's full of kids playing stuff in the evening, so it's quite nice over here. I just pulled up here because it's shady. I'm actually living just across the road in the pink one over there. Going to head over there now and take a shower and get organised. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the feedback and all the engagement on the channel. Trying to turn the channel viral because that's a bit of encouragement for me walking around the streets holding a camera like a nutcase. And I've had a few strange looks today as I've been doing this. And stay safe. Don't lower your standards on the safety too much. Maybe I was a bit tongue-in-cheek on that one. And I'll see you in the next one.